They talked and laughed, and for a moment, Rakè forgot about the necklace and the spirit's warning. During their lunch, Gregory finally asked about the necklace he was curious about for so long. He reached out to touch it, and Rakè, in a panic, grabbed his hand. In the struggle, the necklace broke and scattered across the floor. Rakè's face turned pale as she screamed, "You've ruined everything, Gregory!" Confused and apologetic, Gregory tried to understand why she was so upset, but Rakè ran out, leaving him behind. Once upon a time, in a bustling village, there lived two sisters named Premo and Rakè. Premo, the elder sister, was adored by everyone. She excelled in school, always getting the highest grades and winning numerous awards. Premo was not just brilliant. She was kind-hearted and generous, often helping her younger sister with her homework and sharing her toys. Rakè, on the other hand, struggled to keep up. While she loved her sister, she couldn't help but feel overshadowed. Their parents, proud of Premo's achievements, often compared Rakè to her sister, hoping she would follow in her footsteps. This constant comparison planted a seed of jealousy in Rakè's heart. From an early age, Premo and Rakè shared a room in their modest family home. Their walls were adorned with Premo's certificates and medals, a constant reminder of her achievements. Rakè's side of the room was much plainer, with only a few drawings and school projects that lacked the accolades of her sisters. Despite this, Premo tried to include Rakè in her successes. She would help her with homework and encourage her to join in her activities. "Rakè, you're smart too. You just need to believe in yourself," she would say. But Rakè found it hard to see her own worth. She would often retreat into herself, feeling like she could never measure up. As they grew older, the differences between the sisters became more apparent. Premo became the head girl in high school, leading with grace and intelligence. She was beloved by her teachers and peers alike. Rakè, though intelligent and capable, felt invisible next to Premo's glowing presence. Premo excelled in everything she did, from academics to sports. She was a star of the debate team, the captain of the soccer team, and the top student in her class. Rakè, meanwhile, tried her best, but often fell short. She began to resent the attention Premo received and wished she could have a moment in the spotlight. One day, during a school assembly, Premo was awarded the Student of the Year trophy. Rakè watched from the back of the hall, clapping half-heartedly. She felt a pang of bitterness as everyone cheered for her sister. That evening, she confronted Premo. "Why do you have to be so perfect? Why can't I have something for myself?" Premo was taken aback. "Rakè, I didn't mean to make you feel this way. I just work hard. You're amazing too, in your own way." But Rakè couldn't see it. The seed of jealousy had grown into a thorny bush that clouded her heart. One summer, their parents decided to enroll both girls in a local music competition. This was a chance for Rakè to shine, away from the constant comparisons to her sister. Rakè was excited and practiced diligently, hoping to impress everyone with her singing. At the competition, Rakè showed great potential. She sang beautifully and received warm applause from the audience. For the first time, she felt like she was stepping out of Premo's shadow. But when the winners were announced, Premo once again took the top prize for her flawless piano performance. Rakè's heart sank. Despite her best efforts, she was still overshadowed by Premo. That night, she cried herself to sleep, wishing she could be as perfect as her sister. After high school, Premo went on to study medicine at a prestigious university, earning top honors. She became a first-class doctor, renowned for her skill and dedication. She married a handsome and wealthy CEO, and their life seemed perfect. Rakè, still determined to prove herself, also pursued a career in medicine. Despite her efforts, she found herself constantly compared to her sister, no matter how hard she worked. She could never escape Premo's shadow. Rakè became increasingly bitter and jealous, feeling that she would never be good enough. One day, feeling utterly defeated, Rakè wandered into the forest. She had heard tales of powerful spirits who could grant wishes. Desperate for a change, she called out to them. "Spirits of the forest, please help me. I want to be as successful and admired as my sister." The spirits appeared, their voices echoing through the trees. They were ethereal beings, shimmering with a strange light. "We can grant your wish, but it will come at a price. We will give you a magic necklace that will transfer your sister's success to you. But remember, you must never fall in love. If you do, everything will be taken away." Without hesitation, Rakè agreed and took the necklace. From that moment, her life began to change. With the necklace around her neck, Rakè's fortunes improved dramatically. She excelled in her medical studies, surpassing even Premo's achievements. She became a celebrated doctor, with patients flying in from all over the world to seek her treatment. Her skills were unmatched. She basked in her newfound glory. Meanwhile, Premo's life took a downward turn. Her once flourishing career started to falter, and her husband's businesses faced financial difficulties. Premo could not understand why her luck had changed so drastically. She felt lost and alone, unable to comprehend the sudden reversal of fortune. Rakè's reputation as a brilliant doctor grew. She was known for always wearing her special necklace, a constant reminder of her deal with the forest spirits. Her colleagues at the hospital were in awe of her talent, and although they sometimes asked her to take off the necklace for safety reasons, she always refused. "It reminds me of my late mother," she would say, and because she was so valued at the hospital, they allowed it. Rakè enjoyed the admiration and respect she received. She had finally stepped out of Premo's shadow and was living the life she had always dreamed of. But deep down, she felt a pang of guilt and sadness, knowing that her success was not entirely her own. At the hospital, there was a charming doctor named Gregory, who had admired Rakè for years. He sent her flowers and gifts, always trying to win her affection. Gregory was kind and attentive, and Rakè found herself drawn to him despite the spirit's warning. Rakè tried to keep her distance, but Gregory's persistence and genuine care made it difficult. He was always there for her, offering support and understanding. Rakè began to wonder if she could have both her success and love. One day, Gregory invited Rakè to lunch. She decided to go, telling herself it was just a friendly meal. They talked and laughed, and for a moment, Rakè forgot about the necklace and the spirit's warning. During their lunch, Gregory finally asked about the necklace he was curious about for so long. He reached out to touch it, and Rakè, in a panic, grabbed his hand. In the struggle, the necklace broke and scattered across the floor. Rakè's face turned pale as she screamed, "You've ruined everything, Gregory!" Confused and apologetic, Gregory tried to understand why she was so upset, but Rakè ran out, leaving him behind. That same day, Rakè was scheduled to perform a crucial surgery on the president of Moravia, who had flown in for her expertise. Despite her panic over the broken necklace, she tried to compose herself and rushed to the hospital. The surgery was complex, and without the necklace's magic, Rakè found herself struggling. In her haste and distraction, she made a grave mistake. She left a pair of scissors inside the president's body before stitching him up. In the following months, the president's condition worsened and he eventually died. An investigation revealed the forgotten scissors, and Rakè was sued for negligence. The hospital, once proud of its star surgeon, was forced to close its doors. Rakè lost everything: her career, her reputation, her freedom, as she was sentenced to prison. In prison, Rakè was visited by her sister Premo. Filled with guilt and sorrow, Rakè confessed everything to her. "It was the necklace. I was so jealous of you, and I made a deal with the forest spirits. They gave me your success, but I could never fall in love. I'm so sorry, Premo." Premo, with tears streaming down her face, forgave her sister. "You should have come to me, Rakè. We could have faced everything together. Jealousy only brings pain, but I forgive you, and I hope you can find peace." With the truth revealed, Premo's life began to improve. Her husband's businesses recovered, and she regained her happiness. Rakè, though she remained in prison, found solace in her sister's forgiveness. She spent her days reflecting on her choices and the true meaning of love and success. The story of Rakè and Premo teaches us that jealousy and envy can lead to our downfall. It's better to celebrate the successes of others and work hard for your own achievements. True happiness comes from love, kindness, and honesty, not from stolen glory or schemes. The end.